blows, Silver! Hold your fire, there's a white woman in there. There she blows, it's a white one. Excuse me, I lost control there for a moment. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerry Anderson here. It's 28 minutes to 11 o'clock on this fine Tuesday morning. Don't forget, we will leave you at 11 to 1 potato, 2 potatoes. So after 11 o'clock, we shall be on FM only. So remember that when you're tucking in your children. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is very simple to remember and easy to say. It's 0645 555 678. That's 0645 555 678. Be at it. Get to it. Move your digit. Yeehaw! Oh, that's very good indeed. That's Marcus Hummin, an album called All in Good Time. That's a song called God's Country USA. Remarkable for the sparing and indeed studious use of the banjo. A person who has a banjo usually tends to play it all the time, which is always a mistake. Notice during the course of that record, just played it an odd time. All the more effective for that. That's a little musical criticism. Maybe people don't realise that. Speaking of music, we haven't been talking about our bus all that much because we feel as if it's premature, because why start to talk about something that won't begin until the end of January. Sorry, the end of June, and may not begin at all, really. But I can't ignore this communication from Mr. J.M. Dixon. He says, "You may remember me. I spoke to you live on the radio and volunteered to play the music on your bus tour if it ever gets off the ground. Please find enclosed a copy of a tape of old-time and ballroom music I've made at home. I've recently bought a new Yamaha PSR 8000 keyboard, and that is what I'm playing on the tape. I do hope you like it. I do indeed. I played this earlier. I think this is a remarkable background for the bus, and indeed would cheer many people up. If you do come across anyone looking for live music for either a dance, ballroom or an old-time dance, I'd be obliged if you could pass on my telephone number to them, which I will indeed at every opportunity. I have also sent a copy of this tape to Hugo Duncan and George Jones." Always a mistake. Right, this is the music that we shall... What do you think of background music? Oi, what do you think of background music for the bus?
I listened to it this morning. It's excellent. Put it on.
I'm really impressed by it. It's really good. Have a listen to this here. You'll love it. Just have a listen to this. Yeah, you talk first. Here we go. It takes a while for it to start. Imagine you're on the bus. Imagine the children are waving you goodbye. Imagine, you know... goodbye, mother. Cheerio, love. Back good night. I'll have a fry. Have it ready for me. Oh, maybe you shouldn't. I'll probably have chips when I'm away and maybe ice cream. Well, we're off to Tato Crisp Factory. Oh, look. There's the Scrabble thing. Oh, look over there. There's the walls of Londonderry. Oh, look. There's the Carrick-a-Reed Bridge. Oh, a child has just fallen off it. Oh, look, there's the giant causeway. Oh, look. And there's President Mary McAleese. Ah, cian mille falch na hulva halbra. Let's go to Aris Nuctarina. Oh, look. I can see it all now, can't I? Doesn't your heart beat hard with pride at the thought you might be part of this? Think of sailing through the Ulster countryside, and indeed the Republic of Ireland countryside, with the wind in your hair if you've any left. The smell of turf in the air, and a poke in your hand and a bag of chips around the corner. So what more could a man want? And an organ playing on top of it, and maybe Daniel O'Donnell sitting on your knee. Or maybe I should reverse that. Maybe a well-known star walking up and down the aisle saying, "You all right, love?" And a portable toilet in the bus, and maybe a TV with videos of Rambo on it. And who knows what kind of funny hats we'll get in Radio Foil, some with maybe my name on them. I can see it all now. Can't wait. Thank you, Mr. Dixon. We should keep that tape. We'll play it on the PA, I'll tell you, on the bus. A lady writes me a poem about the Titanic, and I think this is remarkable because it's a marvellous poem. I haven't seen one like this for a very long time. This is from Myrtle Hayes. And in case you forget, you know, people have been doing down the Titanic for quite a while. But, I mean, after all, you have to say that you have to give ourselves credit. It's true to say that without the dedication and the supreme craftsmanship of the Belfast shipyard worker, the Titanic wouldn't be where she is today. You have to give them credit. This is the poem, the RMS Titanic. Do you think you could finish these lines if I ask you?
Okay.
Do you think you can finish these lines? I'm going to pause every once in a while. You have to try and finish the line.
Oh, God. it's going to be very hard. Right, okay.
Are you listening?
I'm trying, right.
Listen, did you see that programme on Roswell last night?
No.
It was on Channel 4. It was a documentary from 8 until 9 o'clock. It was about the Roswell incident in 1947 where allegedly a spacecraft landed and 4 or 5 little bodies were found at the scene of the crime. And apparently these were little extraterrestrial bodies.
What time was that on it?
It was on from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
I had a trombone lesson at that time.
You had a trombone lesson when you could have been learning about extraterrestrial life? Right, I'm going to read this Titanic. I'm going to ask you to finish the lines. When I stop, you have to finish it. You've got it?
Right.
You ready?
Right.
What nation could build a ship that was fine? The job went to Cunard of the White Star
Line.
Titanic was built, lords and ladies to please. It was the largest and fastest ship on the high
Seas.
the midnight hour, the passengers sleep, but a monster iceberg lurked in the deep. Titanic was travelling at breakneck speed. Ice fields were ahead. There were warnings to heed. Come out of your stateroom after donning your dress. The flares have gone up. The ship's in distress. It's freezing outside. Put a shawl round your neck. Put on a life jacket. Come up on the
Deck.
Up on the deck. The people were frantic. Titanic was stopped in the North
Atlantic.
I would do that one again. Up on the deck, the people were frantic. Titanic was stopped in the North
Atlantic.
Get into the lifeboats and do not be missed. Titanic is sinking. The hole's at a...
What?
Up on the deck, the people were frantic. Titanic was stopped in the North Atlantic.
Right.
Get into the lifeboats and do not be missed. Titanic is sinking. The hole's at a... List.
Let's stop.
Now try and get this one. This is a hard one. Not all did believe and some showed no gratitude. Titanic is safe. This was their attitude. I'm not leaving the ship for it's unsinkable. To get in a lifeboat to me would be...
Unthinkable.
No, this is the best one. Let me read that one again. Not all did believe and some showed no gratitude. Titanic is safe. This was their attitude. I'm not leaving the ship for it is unsinkable. To get in a lifeboat for me is unthinkable. America's distraught son of Lord Astor inquired if his father survived the...
Disaster. Like this?
You've got them all right so far.
Exactly.
People think you're reading that. But you've never seen this before.
Never, no.
America's distraught son of Lord Astor inquired if his father survived the disaster. Don't give me the news that my father has perished. He's the one that I love, the dad that I...
Cherish. That's great, so it is. Through the M square in any direction, just say what you see.
It's good, but it's not right. Right. Back on dry land, there was weeping and wailing for relatives lost on that maiden sailing. The tragedy made the builders think it was not the design that caused Titanic to
Sink.
I think we may have to do that again.
It's good.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Myrtle Hayes.
It's great.
That was the best poem ever. I love that. That should be published. Tears are running down my eyes. I'm going to have to cross my legs. Oh, here's a fine singer. I can't remember her name now. I'll tell you after.